And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Starting off with the hazardous weather graphic here. Blizzard warning for tonight for the western Arctic coast from about Point Lay on down to Point Hope. Winds 50 miles an hour with blowing snow, picking up snow and reducing visibilities to less than a quarter mile to whiteout conditions in that area. And then a winter weather advisory for tonight here just to the northeast there up toward Wainwright. Nothing for the central Arctic coast. Eastern Arctic coast, eastern Beaufort Sea coast. Winter weather advisory for blowing snow with winds gusting to 45 miles an hour, visibility is a half mile at times, and that's out through tomorrow night. Satellite imagery here showing clouds and moisture streaming up over the southern panhandle with that's for the heaviest rainfall amounts in the state. We're over the last 24 hours with Ketchikan and Metlakatla picking up well over an inch of precipitation in the last 24 hours, much lighter amounts to the north. Got some clouds here spreading westward here and kind of dissipating this afternoon. You can see a few more breaks showing up in that as they kind of slide up to the north there. And some more clouds up here from the Central Brooks Range down across the Norton Sound area. And moisture here, but nothing too organized out over the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. Forecast for tonight, a weak low pressure area there out over the western Bering Sea. Areas of rain and snow showers, but winds light here across the southern Bering Sea. Mostly dry conditions, may miss these showers altogether for the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, and then possible scattered to isolated rain or snow showers for Bristol Bay. Dry over the interior, some light snow here going on for the Brooks Range, Central Brooks Range eastward, and maybe a little bit drier for the North Gulf Coast with just some isolated shower activity remaining. Different story from Yakutat on down toward Dixon Entrance as areas of light rain and showers continue along the southeast coast, but winds should be lighter. And then for tomorrow, same pattern, a weak trough here keeps it cloudy and occasionally wet there for the southeast coast. And some of that moisture coming back around on the north side of this low into Prince William Sound, maybe the eastern Kenai Peninsula. Just a risk of a shower, probably just a dry day for the Kodiak Island area. It's mostly cloudy skies. Variable clouds over the interior, but as you can see, dry conditions all the way up to the Arctic coast there. Still pretty windy with those east and northeast winds, slowly diminishing throughout the day here for the west side there. And then this trough with some light snow for the eastern North Slope, right on down, possibly into the Copper River Basin, but again, emphasizing the light on the snowfall. And no change out here over the Bering Sea, weak low pressure there, maybe a little farther to the east than it was last night. Let's see, yeah, it does appear to shift eastward a little bit, but the overall pattern the same, just some scattered showers, light winds from the Aleutians northward there, cutting off dry for St. Lawrence Island. And then for Monday, now we've got a very weak trough here with kind of a continuous band of some light snow extending from the Alaska Peninsula up towards St. Lawrence Island and then back to the west-southwest. Otherwise to the south, no change. Weak low pressure over the southern Bering Sea. Scattered rain and snow showers for the Aleutians. Winds stay light. And nice day here over interior Alaska, especially for the central and western part of the state. So again, at mostly cloudy skies north of the eastern Alaska range with areas of light snow here that extend up toward the eastern Yukon Flats, up toward about Porcupine River or so. And no change here. A weak trough and some moisture keeps it cloudy and rainy for the southeast coast, and rain showers here for the North Gulf Coast, possibly spreading into southern Kenai Peninsula, and that's about it. So moving on to the outlook for Tuesday. Again, no change here. South to north flow keeps moisture feeding into the southeast coast. Looking for a light rain showers, cloudy skies there. North Gulf Coast once again over to the Kenai Peninsula. And a little bit better chance of some rain showers now for Kodiak Island due to this trough that extends in toward Bristol Bay. Nice quiet day for the interior with a fair amount of clearing possible here from the Kuskokwim Valley all the way up to the Arctic coast. A little more in the way of clouds over the Copper River Basin with maybe a risk of a flurry or two. And out here over the Bering Sea, low pressure now over the southeast Bering Sea, another weak low pressure area. So winds stay light. Band of light snow here, Pribilof Islands up towards St. Matthew Island. Otherwise, scattered to widely scattered or isolated showers for the Aleutians and southern Bering Sea. Lows tonight around 10 in the Copper River Basin, teens for the Susitna Valley, 25 to 30 for the Kenai Peninsula, lower 30s Kodiak Island, mid-20s in Bristol Bay, and 30s to lower 40s for the southeast coast. Highs tomorrow, 40s to upper 40s or maybe near 50 on Prince of Wales Island, mid-20s for the Copper River Basin, 30s to lower 40s south central Alaska and Kodiak Island, Bristol Bay, mid-30s for the highs, teens there for the Alaska Range westward. And then lows Monday morning falling down to near zero in the Kuskokwim Valley there, otherwise 20s south central Alaska, right around 20 for the Copper River, or for the around 10 for the Copper River Basin, near 20 for the Bristol Bay area, and for the southeast coast, 30s to lower 40s. Highs for the Panhandle on Monday in the 40s again for much of the southeast coast, including Yakutat, upper 20s Copper River Basin, 30s to lower 40s south central Alaska down to Kodiak, and in the lower 30s for the Bristol Bay area, and right around 20 there for the Kuskokwim Valley. Up to the north, below zero tonight from the Brooks Range on out to the Arctic coast. Otherwise, lows 0 to 5 above for the interior areas. That'll be followed by highs in the teens for the central part of the state. And then 5 to 10 below for the Arctic coast and North Slope. Followed by lows Monday morning, 15 to 20 below Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast there. And anywhere from 5 below to 5 above in the interior, a little milder out toward the Seward Peninsula and St. Lawrence Island, but not much. And then for the afternoon highs, still below zero for the North Slope and the Arctic coast, 5 to 15 here for the interior, mostly in the mid to upper teens there, especially for the Fairbanks area, maybe some lower 20s here farther to the east. And for the Bering Sea, lows in the mid-20s for the Pribilofs, lower 30s for the Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, and teens for the southwest coast. Highs tomorrow, lower 20s for the coast there, near freezing for the Pribilofs, and in the 30s for the Panhandle and Alaska Peninsula, followed by lows, lower 30s for those areas, mid-20s there for the Pribilofs, and upper teens again for the southwest coast, and then highs, lower 20s here for Nunivak Island, 32 for the Pribilofs, and then highs in the upper 30s for the eastern Aleutians.